Okay, welcome back to part 2 of our 2014 year in review.
Alright, here's one for you, Ants. Have you got a flog in 2014 that became likeable?
I don't know if he was a flog as much, but I just never
Alive, preferably?
Sorry?
Alive?
He's alive, he's nearly dead. Tim Duncan. He's not, like I said, he's not really a flog,
Nearly dead.
but I never really liked him since he's just a boring, old, same player, no emotion whatsoever.
The big fundamental.
Yeah.
Exactly. And,
Absolutely fundamental.
just after the way that they dismantled the Miami Heat in the finals, like, how can you not like the guy?
Who do you go for in the NBA, Ants?
Miami Heat.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Go for Cleveland.
Cleveland Heat. Just a Tristan Thompson fan.
I was looking at this one and I looked at a few things and I thought, you know, how everyone hated on Michael Clark, but then Husey died and then everyone says he's the best captain of all time for this, like, all you people who hated him don't come around and say
Steve Smith's the best captain of all time now.
I know, but I looked at that and then I thought, do you know what, I've mixed it up a little bit where I've gone a flog who tried to become likeable and failed.
Oh,
so,
I like it, yeah.
So this guy was a dead set flog, retired from football, and then did everything in his power to become likeable.
This could be anyone.
He brought a kid with a disability into the rooms and had a big media thing for him. He then went into the crowd and sculled beers with the crowd after he finished.
Ben Kinnear?
A big backlash that he wasn't able to sit in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try and make this guy as likeable as we can.
I don't want
But Jake King, you are not likeable, and you never will be. And so good try. You really tried.
If you're watching this, his name is Luke. My name is Sam. I do like you, Jake. You're a good guy.
Oh, you're worried about the. He's gone to jail, the other guy too. So you're worried about the motorbike gangs rocking up at our doorstep. Well, where we are right now.
Not saying anything.
I'm not going to tell the address. Okay.
Please don't.
No, so Jake King, no good.
Okay.
Ants going on?
I was the first one.
Okay, my much maligned football personality in Australia is by me as well, Johnny Aloisi. Often
maligned?
Well, he got credit for putting us into the World Cup in 2006. Come on, man, he came on as a sub and scored a penalty. What about Schwarzer, who made all those saves?
No one cares about the saves.
No one cares about
They were epic saves. All he did was score a penalty.
Yeah, he was a goalkeeper, he can use his hands. Cheating.
Obviously, not a good coach, and coaching doesn't suit him. He's just too. He just can't admit when he's wrong, sort of thing, and that doesn't suit a coach.
Sounds like every.
But he's done what he did now, and he's come into the media and he works at Fox Sports. So I think he's pretty good. And I wonder why anyone would want to go into coaching over the media. It just you look at guys like Michael Voss, and they coached and they just were miserable.
Yeah.
And now they're in the media and they're just like,
you know, he's
what
coaching.
How good is this life? I know, but I just don't get it. Danny Frawley as well. How good's his life now when he's not coaching? I just can't understand. Maybe the money's better. I don't know. But John Aloisi, I actually don't mind you on the A-League at the moment. So keep it up, pal. He still attributes too many things to luck. He always says, "Oh, they were unlucky," or "They got unlucky there," or "They were unlucky there." Surely a game's not 95% luck. There's probably a few things that you could have done better.
Good enough. Really.
But he's pretty enjoyable, and I don't mind him. So John Aloisi, flog who became likeable.
Nice, I like it.
Yep. The best rivals or the best beef of 2014.
Do you know what? I'm going to put myself up on the pole with Ants on this one. I really didn't see any massive rivalries come out of this year.
Really? Okay.
I mean, out of all the sports that happened, I didn't feel there was anything that really stuck out as, wow, that's an awesome rivalry.
The Brisbane Gold Coast Suns.
No.
What do they call that?
Is the Bachelor Bridge?
Sun Dust.
That's the Sydney.
Is it the Bachelor? Isn't there a bridge involved in something in one of them?
Yeah, that's a Sydney GWS. Bachelor Bridge. Anyway.
Alright.
No.
Well, I got the Sydney Derby, which I think is the best derby in Australian sports. So that's all sports, including AFL, NRL. Western Sydney versus Sydney FC. I'll tell you why this is the best one. The Melbourne one is cool, don't get me wrong, but until the Melbourne one can split the crowd 50-50, I don't think it's ever going to be. I mean, it's good on the field, you know, it's pretty even on the field, but in the crowd, it's all, you know, victory always about 75-25 even at the home games. So Sydney Derby is 50-50, literally 50-50. Wanderers. Sydney FC, which makes for great atmosphere. The games are always crazy. There's always red cards. There's always goals. There's always something going on. So the Sydney Derby is the best derby in Australian sports right now. Could be overtaken. We'll wait and see. But name me a better derby in Australian sports, and I'll shut up.
Well, I can name you one.
Yeah.
Which is the Maroons versus the Blues. That's the best one. That's the best one in Australia.
It's not a derby.
It's just not a yearly
It's
one.
the state versus state.
It's a yearly one, but
it's not a derby. A derby.
I think it's better than that though.
Yeah, but it's not a derby.
True.
A derby is, your two teams, your
Local rivals.
Best
St
rivals
George and
teams.
Sydney Roosters or something along
That'll
those
work.
lines.
Yeah. I know what you're
Is that who you're
talking
going to do?
about. No, it's not who I was
Mighty
thinking
Melbourne
of.
Rebels.
Who are you going to do?
Mighty Rebels in the Storm.
Yeah.
I was going to kick us off with the Essendon versus Asada, but we already spoke about that.
Okay.
It was a massive beef back in last year, but the Los Angeles Clippers and the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
They always have massive issues when they play each other. There's always massive flagrant fouls, techs, ejections.
Bogey
Bogey always gets
in and around it.
I don't know.
For some reason.
They just must hate Australians
Yeah.
and New Zealanders over there. For some reason, Bogey's in the thick of it. So for my beef for the year was Golden State and the Clippers.
It's a good one.
What about something new in sport that came in this year that has to stay?
Once again, I didn't really grab anything for this, but I just wanted to say that following on from last year, we did say a big one for us was Press Red for Red. And it was great to see that continue and then go into the next stage of
Geez, the Richmond one.
KB, what was it? KB?
Yeah, KB to Elway.
KB TV.
Yeah, KB.
So I'm glad they've done that. So I'm glad
Mel Brown was on there as well.
I enjoyed the extension of the KB TV and I want to see more of it because we really like Vice supporting and we want that more.
And I agree, it is great. The one thing you just got to look out for is trying too hard to be... I think the Eddie one was fine because they're naturally like that. The Richmond one was they tried too hard to be biased, like over the top, like to the point where they wouldn't even call the game. They just yell out, "Whoa!" And like that's the Collingwood one was perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
The Richmond
one
one
had an ultimate professional.
exactly. The Richmond one was KB who can commentate. That's fine. Mel Brown and Dale Waitman they had pre-drinks since about 1 for that game. They were just yelling. So
that was going to be struggle to
it was funny. Don't get me wrong, it was funny. But
I enjoyed the extension from that.
I'd love to see an Essendon one with Robbo and Rowan Connolly and guys like that. That'd be a good one. Just Robbo TV.
Yeah, Robbo
Press
TV.
red for Robbo.
I
Robbo,
like it.
Big Brother, just Rob.
Big brother Robbo.
How good would it be if that new show, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and Robbo goes on that show? I want Robbo on that show.
That's amazing.
I mean, we're probably going to get, what's his name, Warwick Kappa on the show, but I want Robbo, but he won't get him.
That would be so good.
Anyway.
That would be incredible. Something new in sport that has to stay this year, we saw in the World Cup, was the cheeky little, I know you love it, Gordon, the foam spray.
Oh,
how good's the foam spray?
What
a ripper. What a ripper.
You gotta be kidding me. Is this under 12s?
Get him in a
Why
line.
do we have to put a little foam spray down?
Does it not work?
It works. Bloody oath it
just
works.
don't go over the line. Like, just tell them not to go over the line.
Imaginary line.
Yeah, but they do. They're just cheaters, man.
Yeah.
So,
we know
put a
that.
line, 0, not going to happen again. Shout out to a guy from Fox Sports who's one of the worst media personalities, Brenton Speed, who reckons that the foam in front of the ball when you take the dead ball could affect it. When you kick it, it might hit the foam. It's like, yeah.
What about that little? I've seen a little little clip on YouTube as well of an umpire coming up and doing the line and that goes over one of the players' foot and he falls to the ground. And he's holding his ankle. Yeah, I've seen that. So that's that was like a joke one.
Oh, okay.
But,
there was also one that they did in the World Cup, which was controversial. Was all the boys watching the World Cup, drinking their beers. And one of the girls was in the kitchen and he's just gone up and done a little spray so she can't get out of the kitchen, which is controversial.
that line could be used for a lot of good things. I don't think it's good for the soccer.
Which we don't condone, but yeah.
It's a concept that I don't really like, but I think it's good for the sport, and that's the Auckland Nines, the 2020 version of rugby league, which they have. It's good, as in it brings new fans to the game, but it's bad. It brings old players out of retirement.
Oh, I love this. Freddie Flintoff style.
Freddie Flintoff.
Jonah Lomu kicking around.
Was it last year? Freddie Fittler.
Oh.
Sydney Roosters. They got Ken Nagus.
E.T.?
No, not E.T. I think he's done and dusted with the North Sharks. But it's a great concept, but please, old players, stay at home.
I love it. I love the old fellas.
They'll do anything.
These sports have revolutionised the old fellas getting that one final contract, haven't they?
I've got this.
Oh, it's been great. Mike Hussey can play till he's bloody 65 now. Who cares? Who cares?
Favourite hashtag of the year, Sam?
This one was quite easy for me. Now, anyone who likes motorsport out there, let me just tell you that you're wrong, I'm right, motorsport's not good. So
Yeah.
once you find that out,
2
that'll be
votes to
cool.
that, 3 votes.
While Bathurst was going on, Luke, Bathurst, a famous intellectual science fair.
Hub.
Yeah. Trending on Twitter, you know how it always says this is trending in Melbourne, this is trending, you know, often AFL Grand Final or whatever. There was a hashtag, and I don't think the motorsports guys got it, and tell me if I'm generalising, but I don't think this does them any favours. Hashtag Bathrust2000 was trending, you know, in Australia. Bathrust. It's supposed to be Bathurst, but they put the R and the U in the wrong way, and it's come out Bathrust.
And it just people just
So it's not just one person using this. To get it trending, it would be tens of thousands.
Yeah.
So all the motorsports fans tweeting and having a look under the hashtag Bathrust2000. That is my favourite hashtag of the year. And it could be ever, but that was so good.
Bathurst.
So, Bathurst, love you motorsports fan. Don't
Bathurst sounds more exciting than Bathurst.
Well, I didn't check it. Maybe it was like a home show convention or
Could have
something. Maybe a new product.
Which I'm more likely to go to.
Yeah, exactly. Probably more exciting than motorsport.
I went quite not as funny as you, Sam. This one, I just went with the classic one, which was the hashtag "Put your bat out."
People got it wrong.
Put your bat out.
So it was put your bats out.
Well, one of them.
Put out your bats.
Put out your bats.
People got it. It was
the idea. More the idea. The hashtag is like the thing I like about it is one. I'm not a big fan of people everyone showing to the world how they're supporting things. Like just do it your own way and get it done. Sometimes, but this one was really interesting. I felt because it was someone randomly, no media person, no setup, no nothing.
Wasn't warning.
One random bloke just did this. And then put that hashtag there, and it went global. Yeah. Like this isn't any like big news story that's got it at the bottom or sport that's happening with this. Use this hashtag sort of thing. It's just one guy just made this hashtag up, and it went absolutely global.
And you're right. Like even like Arsenal, Manchester United, all had their bats out. And and that it doesn't get any bigger than that.
No, that's huge. So I just think that for you just to go, do you know what? I'm just going to do this. Put this hashtag there, and for that hashtag to go global as a random, normal, average Joe bloke in Australia is huge. So
and someone cleaned up around the neighbourhood just picking out bats from the front.
Yeah.
I'll ride with you.
Oh, I'll ride with you.
Not as good.
Not as good.
No, not as good. Okay, all right, that was good. Put out your bats. Quality, liked it. Ants, you got it. Surely you got something.
Not as hashtag as such.
Oh, jeez.
But it's a vine.
Oh wow.
The RKO vines.
Oh yeah. Well, hashtag out of nowhere. You can say.
Okay, out of nowhere. Yep.
For the wrestling fans out there who know who RKO is, awesome.
Yeah.
But for those who don't, you got to get on to these vines. Just random people falling over and a wrestler coming out of nowhere and giving him the RKO.
Oh. It's Randy Orton at his best, and it's the best thing Randy Orton's ever done. Like he didn't do it. It was his wrestling move, and some other guy has been doing it, and it's amazing.
Nice. Hashtag of the year RKO out of nowhere. I like that, Ants. Last year's one, Jug Life, was it?
Jug Life.
Oh,
by JaVale McGee. Yeah, he used to just drink jugs of water. Jug Life.
Bring back something in 2015. Bring back. What do we bring back?
Well, I think with the Big Bash being back again this year around starting, right?
Yep.
It's gone huge. 20,000 people, 40,000 I think I had in the weekend in one of the crowds. It's big. It's actually made it. You know, it's actually competing with your old friends over at A-League a little bit, mate, with the crowds in that sort of area.
It's a pretty pointless game. But
it's a pointless game, but getting people in the door. One thing I have been noticing that is missing is they need to bring back celebrities catching it in the Big Bash in the crowd. Remember when they used to put a celebrity on a stage in a really good place where a six is going to go, and they used to have him like that, ready to catch, and the ball would never go near the guy. And it was a takeoff of the old mercantile music.
And it wasn't celebrities, it was the people who would just say yes to anything. It was your Russell Gilberts, your Fatty Vortons, your Dipper, all of those kind of guys. A dude from the Walk Boy, anything like that.
That was fantastic. They just stood there in the crowd, and I love sometimes they cut, and he was just sitting down in the chair, not even paying attention. He'd jump up out of the chair, I'm ready to catch it.
That's got to be pretty degrading.
Bring it back.
Do you reckon they got paid?
Yeah, they would have got paid.
Russell Gilbert got paid?
Oh, he gets paid in, I think, tab vouchers.
Did they ever catch one?
No, the ball never went
You
near
got
it.
a chance.
That's what I love about it. And they've got rid of it this, and I really think they're missing it.
That is a classic. Who would be your number one person to get up there?
Oh, now?
Yeah. Robbo.
Robbo.
Yeah, it's got to be Robbo.
With these little arms. You ever notice Robbo's a big man with very little arms, so imagine him trying to do it.
That's a good one, I really like that. Ant, you got anything for
I
that
couldn't
one?
think of anything for this one.
No, alright, quality,
That's three.
awesome, moving
Yeah,
on.
three.
Bring back...
You didn't have one either?
Yes, I got some.
Okay.
Of course, mate.
Alright.
Bring back the MLB to Australia.
Okay.
Okay, I think we all enjoyed that. MLB, okay, NBA, NFL, just bring something to Australia.
Yeah,
I think that's what we're
sports in
saying.
Australia.
Obviously, you know, MLB sold out really well. I think the way they sold their tickets was pretty poor. You know, the price
Very
and the structure and all
expensive,
that sort of stuff. But it was successful. NFL game, MCG, everyone would buy a ticket. So bring back the MLB to Australia or any American sports. That's what I would say.